Hey, what's happening?
Hey!
Well, you just,
Hey.
I swear, I've seen you before. That guy, Andy, I've seen him. He was just on 2 channels a minute ago.
I get around. You know,
Streaming across multiple channels as well at the same time.
I know. There
And
is
then
no end
this,
to this
honestly,
man's talents. Absolute no end.
keeps us busy. Keeps us out of mischief.
You've got more time than Miss Minutes.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
How you find the time? I know you've been off this week. You cheeky fucker, you. Like, while I started working, you're there playing with your toys and putting up cabinets and stuff like that. But not only that,
With.
just been interviewing Mr. Transformers himself, Mr. Killlock, Livio Ramandelli. Sorry, got that wrong. Lovely guy, isn't he? Great guy.
Yeah, really nice bloke.
Yeah. It was a good show. So I'll literally just start off straight off the bat. If you haven't seen it already, log into Triple G's and also Passport Comics F-Friends channel, and you can see a wicked interview with Mr. Transformers himself. It was really, really good, really enjoyable. So look forward to.
His Transformers work is stunning, and I think he's very reasonable in terms of commissions. So if anybody wants to hit him up for a blank cover, he does some stunning Star Wars stuff as well. So well worth checking out.
And then we've got Mr. Perpetual himself. How have you been, sir? Good week?
very good week. Yeah. Busy at work and been looking forward to the show. Got lots and lots of thoughts about the 2 books that we're reviewing. So I'm looking to see what everybody thinks and what the chat thinks as well. Inevitably, I'll be wrong, but sure.
To be fair, I think if you didn't have many thoughts, it'd be a sad day for Killer Comics.
Well, you know I do like to talk. So let's get into this.
Talking about talking, the chat's buzzing as always. First, as always, was Chris Bell. Good evening, Killer Crew. Hope you're ready, rested and ready. DVH, good evening, sir. Thank you very much for joining. Ed Vic, he's in his prison cell. Yeah, I was meant to meet him this week, but I had to work late, so he's gone back into his cell and he's probably scraping the dates off on the wall when we meet again. Like Vera Lynn. We'll meet again.
Don't know how. Sorry.
Wow, that was beautiful.
It was, wasn't it? But I know we meet again. Anyway, Leon Russell, evening everyone. Looking forward to tonight's show. Yes, indeed. Poptimus, Darren, where have you been?
Wow, this is last.
Good evening. Right, and we've got Wayne Deacon. Oh, here we go. Good evening, Wayne. How you doing? I loved your show the other night. I think you did like this 39 pop box collection. That was pretty cool battle box there. Jason, good evening. Thank you very much for joining. Kevin, favorite UK people, thank you very much. And Deadman, there he is, coming in last but not least. So
look at that sexy. Sorry, bring Deadman's comment back up there, Charlie.
There we go.
See those sexy covers on his little image there. He got one of those done by our pal. I've forgotten his name. We've both had sketches from him. Is it Ian Richardson?
Oh yes, Ian Richardson. Yes,
yeah.
He posted the other day on his Instagram.
Yeah,
he do that, but
so he got that sketch cover done with the Superman head. It's absolutely phenomenal, superb.
He's probably going to be at Thought Bubble again this year. Yeah, there we go. Darren, sorry, gents, lot been going on. Normally in bed by 8:30 nowadays. Wow. Stay up late because we've got a good show for you, mate. Talking about show, as always, some things never change. Business time, isn't it? Business time. This is the last time I'm going to have a smiley face because I'm going to call lost. Business time. There we go. That's a sexy beat, that one. That is a beat. I get a copyright claim every single time on the show that goes that. Yeah, I'm like, well, I ain't going to get monetized, you know what I mean? So who cares? I'm looking forward to my 6p when we get to 1,000 subscribers. You know what I mean? All for a good cause.
Excuse me, wait a minute. 2p. We're dividing it by 3.
Oh yes,
of course.
Yes. Jesus Christ, you can't even buy a bag of penny sweets these days.
Bag of nothing.
Remember them days when a 99p Mr. Whippy used to be 99 instead of 4.52?
I still ask for a 99 if I go to the ice cream van, and they just look at us like I'm an idiot.
You're not as much as an idiot as James T. Keegan whenever he had to ask about 4 times to the guy.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Look, Peter, your fan base. Evening, Ephraim. Go, Peter, go. He never rests 24/7. That's what they call him, Marathon Man. Is that what we call it?
Because I eat a lot of marathons, really.
Kevin, what time is it there? It's like 4 p.m. here. Yes, it's 9 o'clock in the early hours of the evening, and we will be done in about 2.5 hours if Andy's got any pickups.
I've got a few.
Yeah, of course. There we go. He's got a few. So Kevin will be here till about 11 o'clock. Anyway, I digress. It's the killer covers for April 17th, which was new comic book yesterday. You should all know by the drill. You should all know the drill by now. We pick 3 killer comic covers. Jeez, I'm having a stroke again.
Wow.
Jesus.
What are you drinking? What are you drinking?
Vodka, massive bottle of vodka. No.
Like Hulk's piss. What is it?
Pick 3. We picked 3 to go into the vote on the YouTube chat, and someone wins something at the end of the year. Don't know what it is. The plaudits will go that way. Anyway, this is April 17th, which was yesterday. Up first is...
What a start to the show. This is Wonder Woman issue number 8 by Joshua Swaby. This is the cardstock variant, and it's a 1 in 25. Guys, just drink that cover in. I love this. I think it's beautiful. I think it's got that sort of what's going on, Miss Wonder Woman? What's wrong with you? You seem to have a lot in your mind. There's that sort of juxtaposition of strength versus the fragile sort of got her eyes closed. There's got a lot going on in her mind. I love the minimal trade dress on this. I love the background colour. She looks as if she's got the weight of the world on her shoulders. And I just want to give her a little hug. Love you.
Don't we all? It looks like a painting to me.
Yeah.
It looks awesome. The only thing, I absolutely love this, Andy. Great pick. There's 2 things to this, and they're not bad. I swear I've seen Jenny Frisson do a similar pose to this one before. I might be wrong. And then also, I've literally just noticed the veins on her arms. I think they look a bit masculine. Odd. Yeah, they look a bit odd. I've literally just noticed it, and especially on her bicep on the left-hand side, depending on what way you're looking at it, it looks like a man's arm. But other than that, it's a fantastic comic cover.
Listen, she's a strong lady. What can I say? She's been working out, and that's okay.
Women keep strong.
She's been through the ringer, has this one, because I don't know if they're veins because they're not going in the right direction, or if they're just scars, because she looks like she's got a bit of a boxer's nose as well. But also the poor.
Wait a minute! You can't just throw that in there. That's shocking.
What? She's got a bit of a squashed nose there, hasn't she? She's also, bless her, had open heart surgery. Look at the scar from her neck down to her chest edge. You know, she's obviously been opened up. And
ladies and gentlemen, this is when Peter wants to go in on a killer cover, because do you know what, Andy, I got your back on this one. He's a sly dog, that Triple G. Just because he's royalty now, right, and can do 2, 3, 4
Are you not telling me that looks like she's got a massive scar from throat down to chest edge?
The amount of battles that she's been in, she deserves.
So she has got a scar.
I don't know, Pete. She deserves it.
Why are you so angry, Peter, tonight?
I'm just giving you a medical perspective. That's all. Giving you a medical perspective that she's been through the ringer. Right?
I'm going to go over to the chat. It's a mixed bag of comments so far. Passport comments. Great Wonder Woman cover. Wanderlust.
Thank you, mate.
Here we go. Leon, he's got infamy. I did a little cheeky charity shop video, and he was like, we can't all have the designer lip ring and South London accent. And then he's now going in, Chris Bell, the street value of Charlie's meds would buy every comic in this show. Drop me a line, mate. Drop me a line. There we go.
Literally.
I'm over it now. Your sexy tones are not selling her for me. Okay, maybe the video that Pete can put together for you will. Her arms are buff from milking kangaroos in Terra Mascara. Okay.
Terra Mascara?
What is that? No,
that's a curry, isn't it?
Yeah, Terra Mascara. Well, is that right? I don't know. It's my
Terra Mascara.
Terra Mascara, that's the one.
Oh, my poor cover.
Superman broke her nose. I agree with Chris. It's nicely done. It's just another bird with chestage. Peter sounds life is
wait a minute. Hold on, Charlie. Sorry to interrupt. But look beyond the fact that it's a bird and chestage. Look at the art. That's what we're picking here, guys. Come on.
Yeah, Nurse Peter in his nurse's outfit knows best.
Oh, matron.
But no, I think it is. But I think it's. I don't think there's anything wrong with this cover other than the obvious that Peter just literally has read from his list that he's been waiting to read out on this show.
Yeah, ready to pounce. Although I can't stop looking at her nose now.
I can't.
And in all honesty, I love this cover. I think it's really beautiful. But I don't think that's vein work. I think that's scarring. I do think it's meant to be scars representing.
It's emotional scars now. You just laid into the poor woman.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus Christ.
Thank you, Mr. NHS.
Wonder Woman just had another scar to your chest. Jesus Christ. But anyway, this is a fantastic cover. Although not perfect. Wonder Woman 8, which is the one in 25. Is it the one in 25, Joshua Schwabi?
Yeah, 1 in 25. This one, yeah.
There we go. So, yes. Oh, I've gone for this one. The Roxxon presents Thor issue number 1. This is the 1 in 50 Adi Granov Virgin variant cover. I've never wanted to read a Thor comic so much. I think it was Fuzzy that said he likes this cover, but it doesn't represent the Roxxon version of Thor. I haven't read the comic, so I don't know. I'm literally going on this. This is just awesome. Like, I've massively gained interest again for Thor, and that's all due to Avengers Twilight when he's come into that and stuff like that. And this just gave me pure. If this was on an Avengers Twilight comic, I think it'd be more fitting. But the artwork on this is wicked. I don't really know if I've ever paid attention to Adi Granov's work before or ever seen anything that's
nice.
That struck out like this. But yeah, it was kind of a no-brainer, to be fair. So I kind of went for this one.
It's just another chesty Thor, massive hammer.
I stuck up for you, mate. Right, please.
Are we right? Sorry. Oh yeah, and I forgot there's thunder as well. Like, come on, it is what it is. You know, I do see where Wonder Woman got her arms from. You know,
there we go. Look at that now. That's a masculine arm. There we go. There's a lot of love here. Look at the triers, the lightning. Love it. There we go. Look at that. That is awesome. Peter, come on. I'm looking for your satisfaction here.
I mean, I am. I'm a massive Thor fan, as you know. This just doesn't do it for me. I don't know why. Because I should love this. Do you know what I mean? I really should love this. I don't know if it's just the cape doesn't look right, or he looks fat. He's stomach and chest
fat shaming Thor. My God.
Jesus Christ. And I just want to say to everyone in the chat and everyone watching, for me and Andy, Peter posted lovely comments for both of our covers in the group chat saying how fantastic they were, how awesome they were. So you did.
It's like he's checking his chat going, shit, the wrong chat.
You did. There we go. Look, mental health matters. Yeah. Wonder Woman's just chicked into a clinic and now Thor has as well. Peter, what is wrong with you, man?
I don't know what to. I don't know. It just. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot. I love Thor. I love Thor covers. This one, I nearly picked, but I don't know. There's just something not sitting right with it.
Well, there was something there because you nearly picked it.
I did.
Hey?
I did.
Hey?
Yeah,
there we go. Jeez, Peter.
Gosh. I do like the reflection on his shiny hammer of the sky, like the clouds and stuff like that. That's a nice touch. But it does look as if, like, where his cape sort of twists round, it looks like a little lion.
Little lion or Simba.
Yeah. It's like a little doggy.
I can't not see that now. There we go. I cannot not see
little doggy.
Timon. There we go. Right. So that's mine, right, Peter? Yeah, there we go. Let's see if he lays into his one.
Oh, look at that. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Now I'm going to give you the trade dress and the names spoil this cover for me. I think, did I not say, was there not a version of this? I can't remember. This is.
I just couldn't find it on League of Comic Book Geeks. So I thought I'd stick this one to you instead.
You bastard. I love this image. I think the image of the tattoo work on her arms is stunning. I love the costume design. I love the use of smoke and browns. The purple. I love a nice bit of purple sticking out. I just think it looks really, really cool. I love it. I think it looks amazing. It does look much better without the trade dress, I think. But I'll just like it. It's nice.
I don't know. It just looks a bit. Them tattoos on her arm just look like it's just a filler. Just looks like it's put there because they didn't have anything else to put there. Looks a bit washed. It would go missing on a shelf. I wouldn't be like, oh, look at this. Look. I'd be like, oh, really? Looks like, something that would be drawn on the back of a fag packet. You know what I mean? So,
Maybe,
no, I'm
yeah.
only joking.
Yeah.
No, I'm not joking. I'm not at all. No, no, it's a nice cover. It's not. Is it the best one of the week though? I don't know. Maybe it's not up to us, is it? Andy, what do you think about this amazing cover?
I like the Punisher tattoo.
Mm.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah,
that's about
it. The chat is horrible, and I like worst of the week.
Wow!
Yeah.
When he says week, he means month.
Yeah, yeah. The colours are weak. Oh dear, terrible arms, big chin.
Bit of a Jimmy Hill chin.
Good for third. There we go. This cover is tremendous.
Thank you, Fuzzy. Thank you, Fuzzy. I agree, Fuzzy.
What a sick.
But what we've done, the vote is now live in the chat. So place your votes and we shall see. Is it a Hawkeye win? Is it a Thunderous Thor?
Doubtful.
Or is it a whiplashed, weak Wonder Woman? We shall find out. We will find out in about an hour and a half, in about an hour. So yeah, behave, Bill. Terrible arms. No, there we go. It's still going on. Jesus Christ. Daniel Acuna can do no wrong. Bring. I wonder if anyone actually bought that 1 in 50 sketch that a 3-year-old did. So that's the covers. That's the cover. We've got that one. We got that one. The vote is now live. So moving on. Week 15, which was last week, we had the 2 comics that got chosen was Uncanny Valley issue number 1, which was a load of fun, and Rat City issue number 1. Up first, Boom Studios, Uncanny Valley issue number 1, written by Tony Fleecs, and the art is by David Watcher. Main cover by David Watcher. Obviously, Tony Fleecs is the writer on Feral and also Stray Dogs. Well, a blank cover, which is pretty standard. 1 in 25 Brett Bean Virgin variant. We have the 1 in 50 Dan Mora Looney Tunes variant cover. We've got the Boom Studios Web Store Tony Fleecs Spawn 10 homage cover. We have the eBay Collectors Live JP Force Git Virgin variant cover. And then we've got the Tris Forstner Stray Dogs 1 homage variant cover. This one, I feel, has been around since we did like the FOC, and it just kept popping up now and again. Who would like to take this away? Peter?
Do you want to do this one, mate?
Yeah, sure.
I know you were looking forward to this one, Pete.
Well, I've never heard of eBay Collectors Live. But that's new on me. Is that a new thing that's doing comic covers?
Again and just, I don't know.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah.
This is a really interesting story. This I was worried going into this one because I thought it was going to be a bit of a rip-off of something epic.
Yeah.
And it's got similar kinds of themes, but it's a really entertaining, engaging story. So this is about a young lad who, the start of the book just sets the tone with him and some mates jumping off a kind of like a bridge thing. And when he hits the ground, he goes through it and leaves that kind of traditional cartoon impact kind of silhouette. And then basically as the story goes through, he's living with his mum, and they're attacked by a kind of a whole host of birds, and then this little character who's his granddad turns up and rescues him. I loved the art style. I loved just the same as something epic. I loved the mix of traditional comic art with cartoon kind of characters. I really enjoyed the story and the narrative, and it did what it's meant to do, I guess. It got us excited and wanting to read on and find out what's going on in the next issue. It didn't answer enough for us to become kind of familiar, if you know what I mean. It left us intrigued and wanting to know what the hell was going on. So yeah, this was a winner for me. I really enjoyed this book.
The panel for me that Andy, I think you picked, the one on the left hand side, I really got something epic vibes from it, because the relationship of how the son looks up and like looks up to his mum and like she's doting, and it was just wicked. And there was kind of, I think there is a similar panel in Something Epic where I think she's going to work and he's kind of like, they're having this backwards and forwards about, oh, can I have like a portion of chips when you come home from work and stuff. And I feel like even though the kid's done wrong in this, he's obviously been suspended from school because apparently children are telling him to do stuff, and where he's just moved to the area, he wants to be like the likable character, he wants to get into the it crowd and stuff like that. I think from from the get-go, I thought there was something different about his mum, like the way that she didn't lay into him, and then when she did, she kind of retracted her statement and was like, look, I kind of feel sorry for you and stuff. I've got to agree with you, Pete. I do like the way that it changes. So like you get the grainy detail stuff, and then you get like the force of colours with like the proper cartoon characters. Like, I think it's meant to be Yosemite Sam, isn't it? Like his granddad's meant to be Yosemite Sam. I think the birds that kind of come through, they're meant to be from what's the Disney film?
Is it Sleeping Beauty? The ravens from Sleeping
Yeah,
Beauty?
where they're all singing on. Yeah, where they're all singing on the streets and stuff.
Dumbo.
Yes, Dumbo. Yeah, where they're all singing it. I just thought it was wicked. I thought there was like some nice little like homage, like callbacks, like especially when he enters his room. You got like He-Man posters. You got like a Transformer on the table. Is it Voltron and stuff like that? It was just wicked, and I could really see how enjoyable this is going to be in going forward. I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes from, and I think it was kind of like a breath of fresh air because obviously we've got something epic. We've got like various like other cartoon comics like Transformers and stuff, but this was wicked. Like, I really, really did enjoy it, and it was kind of like a twist because I didn't think his mum was going to be involved in all this, and then the granddad pops through, and then they're driving the car and stuff, which I thought was quite funny. And then I think at the end, issue number 2 with the silhouette of him running through the door, and then when his mum's telling him to run and his legs are going right really fast and stuff like that. I just thought it was like an easy Looney Tunes type of comic to read. So yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
What are you laughing at, Peter?
Just the random stuff that comes into my head. I'm just thinking, if that's the granddad, and we've seen the mother, what did she have sex with? What did she have sex with, like a cartoon character like that?
Do you know what, right? So you've totally reminded. One of my favourite films of all time is a film with Kim Basinger in it.
Yeah.
It's called Cool World.
Dirty.
Right? And Gabrielle Bryan in it. Cool World is awesome, right? And I remember, I think it was last year or the year before last, I was asking Tim from Hobgoblin's Hideaway to see if he could get me a Cool World 1. And they're like highly sought after. But that whole crossover thing has just reminded me what happened. Because obviously, if that's his granddad, then her mum must have cartoon things. So then the kid's got cartoon powers and everything passed down to him. So it's going to be interesting to see where it goes. But yeah, if you haven't checked it out, Cool World is an awesome film. Yes. Andy, you've been sitting there in silence, mate. Sorry, I was just rambling on there because I was so.
I've been drinking in both your thoughts. It's been beautiful.
Is that what it was? Sexy. Yeah. I felt it.
I bet you did. I wasn't sure what I was getting into in this book. I heard so many people talking about something epic. This is no something epic. Let's just make that very, very clear. Tangent. I read all of Something Epic, the first arc. That's for another day.
Yeah.
It's emotional. This book was fun. I think you hit the nail on the head, Peter, when you said it was intriguing, and it was intriguing enough for me to want to see what happens in issue number 2. I don't know if that's because the storyline was great. I don't know if it's because I like to see what characters are going to be there. But I think it was the setup of the relationship between the mum and the son. Yeah. And as you guys say, what's the backstory to that? And that's what's going to keep me reading. I love that second page that we've picked, because I don't know if anybody else who maybe reads digitally, I was like zooming into all the things just to see what Easter eggs were there and stuff. And maybe some of this is sort of foreshadowing what we're going to see in later issues. But no, this was a solid read. It was light-hearted, and I'm definitely going to be reading issue number 2. I don't know if I'll stick with it. I think the story is issue 2 is definitely going to have to sort of do something that makes me stick to this one, because there wasn't a huge amount in issue number 1, apart from the intrigue. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, solid pick, Peter. So I'd give this a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, cool. And Ed's also said 7, better than average. In for the next one, have a lot of potential. Is it ongoing? I think it is, isn't it? Or is it just 6 issues?
Mini
six issues, I think.
Yeah, 6 issues. Okay. Dead Man has said, I got Who Framed Roger Rabbit vibes from this. And I think that's the whole route that they was going down. As I mentioned, like Cool World, Roger Rabbit, Animaniacs, Looney Tunes. Do you know what? It's kind of going to like the childhood of the 90s. Do you know what I mean? Like a lot of people were jumping on this bandwagon. I mean, if you can't beat them, join them. And I think that's what people have done. Von Hooter says, certainly more interesting than Feral for me. Feral, I feel like I know where it's going. Walking Dead, Uncanny Valley could go anywhere. And I think that's the beauty of it, because I think you could potentially get spin-offs from this with all the different characters of but again, this also is kind of similar to Kill Your Darlings, where it's woman in a normal world and a girl in a normal world, and she gets pulled into like an alternative cartoon reality and stuff like that. So again, they're enjoyable comics. I think they are fun comics. So yeah, I'm glad this is this is out there, and it was an enjoyable read. Good evening, Canadian Survivalist. Thank you very much, mate. Chris Bell, when two people love one another very much, Pete. There we go. Peter's doing more overthinking, never a good sign. There we go. I haven't read Fables. Has anyone else read Fables?
No, I haven't read Fables
as well. But yeah, so Yosemite Sam is going to be coming. Is this? Do we know if this is like monthly or
monthly? I think.
Oh, okay. Cool. Interesting. But yeah, it was a good read. I'm glad it was light-hearted. It was just what I needed this week. So thank you very much. Then we have Rat City issue number 1, written by Erica Schultz, and the art is by Z Carlos. This is from Image Comics, and this was released last week. Main cover by Z Carlos, cover B, another blank sketch cover, and then we've got the second printing by Z Carlos as well. Andy, I know you're a massive Spawn fan, so I think it's only right that you take this away, matey.
Absolutely. So this story, so Rat City, just for a bit of background, was the name of the place where Spawn sort of kicked about in the original stories, sort of issue 1 to 15. This particular story kicks off with the main character, Peter Cairn, and he's like an ex-soldier. So we sort of dive into the book where he's part of like some sort of like mercenary squad, and they're hunting down their target. We get a sort of idea of what sort of person he is compared to the other people within the squad that he's working with. He seems to be a little bit more level-headed to a certain extent. But once they're taking all their targets down, they get ambushed, and the next scene we see is sort of Peter Cairn without any legs, and he's in this sort of hospital environment. But it's obviously like, I think it's set in like 2107 or something like that. So they're using different types of technology to replace his legs, and I think the sort of, it leads you into thinking that he's going to be part of this sort of robotic army. But they find that maybe like midway through the story that he's actually not meeting the grade, and he basically just gets shunned and set to the side. And that's where we find him in Rat City with these legs that he gets to keep, and he's wondering what he's going to do with the sort of rest of these days. This is where it gets a little bit overcomplicated for me. And it went from being a story that you didn't really need to know a lot about Spawn to enjoy, to really a story where there wasn't much context to what had actually happened. So in Spawn 300 and 301, he basically detonates himself, and it's like a necroplasmic detonation.
Okay.
And the necroplasm is the stuff that basically covers Spawn. Some of those particles in the detonation got into the amputee's legs, and that's why he's got these sort of superpowers, as it were. So I'd even forgotten about that back in 300 and 301. So somebody that's not a Spawn fan, I don't know how you would know that. And the book didn't really do much to give you that backstory. And there was a lot of pages, guys, for this. I don't know what you guys felt, but it felt as if there was a huge amount of pages, but it was so slow, the story. Like there wasn't any villain or any like real point to it. It was a bit of a waste of paper.
I mean, I've read one or two Spawn comics, but it's not my go-to. Do you know what I mean? And a lot of people out there saying, "Well, you're absolutely mad. You've got to like, I can do a comic channel and you've never read Spawn." I have read Spawn, but it's not my go-to. And then obviously jumping on this, I thought, oh, this is going to be interesting. It looks like it's set in like the Ultimate Future and stuff like that. I got lost halfway through, and dare say I got a bit bored because I was kind of like, it started off great. Like you see like these like warriors, and they land, and then like just see on the panel on the left hand side, it started off boom, woman shot straight in the head, and I was like, oh, okay, this is going to be interesting. We're going to find out why he's done that. Then there's going to be like a breakout within the team, and they're going to go against him. They're going to turn against him and stuff like that. And then I got halfway through, and I was like, I'm totally lost. Like, and I had to Google about like the necro things getting into his legs and stuff like that, because obviously like I think spawns are like 301, 304 now or something like that. I hadn't caught up on that, so I was going into this thinking, oh, Rat City is obviously where Spawn used to like hang out and stuff like that. This is going to be a new take on that. We're going to find out about new characters and stuff like that. And as you said, it just got so overcomplicated and like.
But I think unless you knew Rat City was his hometown, unless you knew about the detonation in 301 and 300, this book didn't do enough for me to actually explain that to me. So this book felt like a missed opportunity.
And I kind of, other than the artwork, like some of the artwork saved it, like that panel in the middle and the one on the right hand side. Other than that saving it, I kind of just, it was a struggle for me going from something light-hearted and easy to read like Uncanny Valley, and then going into this, I was like, oh, Jesus, maybe, I don't know. You've read it and you know a bit about Spawn. Do I need to read it again to kind of get it, or is it like one and done?
I would say I think my thoughts were is, if you haven't got into Spawn yet and you don't care for getting into Spawn, then this is probably just a book to skip, because there's going to be so much that you're going to have to reference from. And what it didn't do is like now sometimes it goes like gives you a little star and it says go read Spawn 300 301. It didn't even do that. It just made the assumption that you knew what was going on and what the backstory was. So for me, it's probably just one that I would skip.
Cool. Peter sitting there very quietly, like a little choir boy.
Little choir boy.
Look at that, even dulcet tones. La, la,
la. Wow. Rat Shitty. Basically, this was crap. This did nothing for me, I'm afraid. I felt like I was reading and looking at art, apart from that middle page, from an early entry from the Image universe. Do you know, back when this first started, the dialogue was just 90s yak for me. I didn't particularly like the artwork. The story made very little sense. I think you've hit the nail on the head, Andy. I'm not a big Spawn reader. In fact, I don't think I've read any Spawn really, so this is probably not aimed at me. But it didn't interest us enough to want to read more Spawn or to read on in this series, if that makes sense. I don't even understand really what's the Spawn reference is in it. The guy's got metal legs. It wasn't for me, I'm afraid. Not my
that's
cup of
what I'm
tea.
saying. Missed opportunity. Like, it seems so like far-fetched that this is how they connected it to Spawn. That I get that there was a detonation that happened and the particles have went everywhere, but they go into his legs, that he's received. It just seems a little bit weird to me. Missed opportunity, as I said.
I mean, let's see what the chat says. So Chris Bell said the panel work looks great. Love a bit of different style. Okay, yeah, as I said, that kind of held my interest until it was literally gone. There's another 2 or 3 Spawn comments still to come out, getting a real push lately. Yeah, they are getting a real push lately at the moment. Jason has said, I thought this was dog shit. There we go. Straight to the point. That's what I like. Straight to the point in the chat. No airs and graces. Bosh. It was bollocks. Dog shit. There we go. Evening, gents. Good evening, ABC. This bored me. Much preferred the Sam and Twitch issue to this personally. I didn't get much from this, unfortunately. Waste of paper, dog shit, and boring. Guess I won't be checking this one out. Edda said, found the art a bit difficult in this one. I know everyone uses computers now, but this felt a bit too computer made. Story didn't help either. And there we go. I am out of tenants, so breaking out the Peroni just for you lads. There we go. So I think we're all on the same page with this comic.
I would give this like 5 out of 10, and that's like just because I like Spawn. But this didn't feel like a Spawn comic for me. Interestingly enough, this is the writer of this is the first female to do any Spawn related stories.
Oh, really? Do you think, honestly, like, do you think she had, obviously, Todd McFarlane created Image Comics, he created Spawn and stuff. Do you think she would have done her, like, in-depth research of how to portray a Spawn, or with it being a new Spawn story, she's kind of just been, okay, I'm gonna take it a different avenue?
Take out the whole like minor connection that there was a detonation, the particles getting his legs. Take that away from this story. This is nothing to do with Spawn universe.
I got very much 80s Marvel kind of. Do you remember Brute Force and things like that? Basically, animals with cybernetics bolted on, all of a sudden they can do so. That's what this is. This is a bloke, an amputee. Now he's got special magic legs and he can jump high. That's what I got from it.
Yeah.
We didn't even get a. I mean, we got one image of Spawn at the end, I think. I just don't. It's not for me. Not my cup of tea.
It's a shame, because I thought when I was reading the premise of it last week, I thought, oh, this could actually be good. I was like, this is a comic I could get into.
Loved the cover. Yeah, great.
Awesome. I mean, very rarely do I I mean, this second printing by Z Carlos is awesome.
Yeah.
But very rarely do I read a comic and think, I can't be bothered to finish this. And it just I was just like, wow.
I think what annoys me is that he's trying to portray the character of Spawn in this. And what we needed is something completely different, almost like the Robin to Spawn's Batman. That would have been a cool sort of premise. Even if you look at the cover for issue number 2, it's kind of the same, but it's just a different artist that's done the same pose.
Okay.
It so annoys me, because like I'm a huge Spawn fan. I always tell people to go and read some Spawn.
Yeah,
this is just going to put people off. You know what I mean?
As I said, McFarlane was obviously happy with it though before it went to print, so maybe it picks up. Now, Chris Bell, you're right, Peter. Absolutely ridiculous. What next? Hologram chest and rubbish like that. Exactly.
How dare you, sir? How dare you?
Bloody comic book readers. Why do we do it to ourselves then? But hey ho, yeah. So we went from Uncanny Valley to a pile of rat shit. But hey ho, it's not for everyone. Do rat shit in a valley? It's uncanny, isn't it? Eh? There we go. So we are now
laughing at his own jokes. Oh no!
Why not? Someone's got to do it. I've got to humour myself. Killer Indie Picks, April 24th. These are the indie picks that we look into coming out for the week in advance, so you can kind of, if you haven't already, pick them up, buy them or not. Make your own choice. Not fussed. Andy, I'm glad you picked this, mate. This one's been awesome.
Yeah, Inferno's issue number 3.
Meds are fucking kicking now,
This is Ryan Parrott doing writing and Noah Gardner doing the artwork from Image Comics. So I've been banging on about this book, how good issue number 1 and 2 is. This is definitely my top reads of the year so far. The synopsis for this reads that the Devil's deadliest assassins set their sights on the Morgenstern siblings. Abe is led into a final temptation. Jackal makes a Hail Mary play. So the synopsis doesn't give much away from this, but anybody that's reading this, I'm invested. I love it. And this will definitely be a trade paperback that I'll be picking up, because I just love the humour in this book. I think the writing's fantastic. The artwork's superb. And I just can't wait to see what happens with it.
I like the fighting between the 3 spoiled children. Like, do you know what I mean? I think like the brother that kind of in the last issue that was all like cocky gang, yeah, we're going to do it this way, literally fell flat on his face. He's been now demoted to the back of the line. And then now I think the sister's going to step up. I think she's going to have a big part to play. This cover gives me Department of Truth vibes, like especially the 2 in the glasses and stuff.
There's a fantastic cover B by Sam Wolfe Conley that I would definitely get used to check out. This is only 5 issues. The trade paperback for this is actually out in September.
Nice.
Oh wow!
We don't have long to wait for that. So
I like the writing. Like Ryan Parrott is obviously Mr. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, but I like his writing style on this. Hopefully he can start doing more stuff like this. Because this has been wicked. It's getting good feedback in the chat. Like people were saying, the other cover is belter. Infernals is A so far, so looking forward to this. But yeah, Sam the Goat makes him chuckle. There we go. Sam the Goat makes Fuzzy chuckle. Well, I'm glad something makes you happy, Fuzzy. There we go. Up next, we've got Spectrograph from Distillery. So this one, the synopsis is huge. I'm not going to bother reading it, but it's another new series debut from Distillery. We've got the modern masters of James Tynion and Christian Ward join forces to bring you their new horror classic, a ghost story steeped in decay of century-age capitalism. Here we go. But I mean, this looks. I think Distillery are slowly taking over. Like their portfolio of people working for them is getting bigger and bigger. Obviously, they kind of started it last year, was at Thought Bubble, and there was like the Select Flu, you had Tula Latte, you had like Jock, you had Ramvi was there. This is it's gone another level now. You've got like you got Shams. Jesus Christ!
I was just saying, who's James Tyrion?
Right, so this is the meds hadn't kicked in then. This is James Tyrion. Isn't he out of Game of Thrones? Yeah, Game of Thrones.
Seamus Tyrion.
Yeah, Seamus Tyrion the fourth, and then we've got Christian Wall. But this is the one that I was looking forward to the most. I think because this was James Owens Slag Crusaders was giving this away as a 10-0. You could have entered the competition, and this was one of the ones you could have won. But I'm looking forward to this because reading the synopsis, if you head over to League of Comic Book Geeks, seems there's a lot going on, and it seems to me that there's what was the comic that James Tynion wrote? Was it The Last House on the Left?
Yeah, Nice House on the Lake.
Nice House on the Lake. Last House on the Left's a film, isn't it? Yeah. Nice House on the Lake. It seems to be, like having a look at previews, it seems to be there's a bit of that going on. So I don't know if I'm going to be as interested as I hoped I would, because that was well confusing in the end.
Yeah,
like, that
he's doing a sequel, isn't
confusing. He? Yeah.
We've just announced a sequel. Do we know a Distillery? I mean, I don't know how we know this, but do we know if Distillery books are actually selling? Because I don't see them on the shelves much. They've got some great names attached to them, but the books are pricey, aren't they?
I would disagree with what Charlie was saying, that they're taking over. I really don't think, I don't see them taking over. I don't think any of their stories have been like so well received that, you know, it's a game changer.
I mean, I read the first issue of Gone, and I've not gone back to it because
I didn't read that. I really didn't read it. I've been reading the Tula Latte and the Becky Cloonan one, Somna. But yeah,
they've all been okay. It feels like they're going for that luxury comic book type thing. It's like boutique books, because of the price on them and stuff like that. And obviously they're oversized editions and stuff like that. But again, I'm just waiting for a really, really quality good story.
Yeah,
and I don't think I've read that yet.
We never know. Shams Tyrion, he might be a winner here. Deadman has asked, has anybody picked up Monsters in My Business and Business is Bloody?
No, not yet.
No. Kevin has said this looks interesting. All of these just seem a bit serious for me. Ed, you are a funny guy. And I think they might just be a tiny bit serious. I'm hoping, well, you never know. I don't know. Kevin has said he pre-ordered all of these besides Gone. Yeah, there was none left.
Wow.
Sorry. There we go. So that's Distillery, yes. Spectrograph issue number 1. Oh, Peter.
Ooh, look at that.
Look at this.
Look at it. A little bit of Creature from the Black Lagoon. This is Creature from the Black Lagoon Lives by Dan Waters and Ram V. This is a kind of a sequel to the original show, following on the original movies. Part of the Skybound kind of monsterverse that's been coming out. Obviously Dracula a little while ago. I just kind of wait to get stuck into this. I think this is going to be really cool. I'm slightly nervous because, as I've said before, Ram V is a bit hitty-missy for me, I'm afraid. I hope it's just a good monster flick. There seems to have been some really interesting artwork. I've seen some pages for it, which really did look pretty cool. So, yeah, I'm just enjoying this universe.
Oh, it's wicked.
Have you seen Scott Young cover?
Oh, no, I've not seen Scott Young one.
He's got a web exclusive that I've seen on Instagram. It looks cool.
Look good.
Fuzzy might have seen it. Fuzzy's probably seen it.
No, this looks good. I like Dan Waters. He's done quite a bit of. There was a Batman story that he wrote with Danny. That was good. That was a good story. But yeah, I'm loving his universe. The first one was Dracula, wasn't it?
Dracula.
And then it was this one, and then
Frankenstein, I think it's
called. Frankenstein, that's the one. Yeah. Von Hoot just quickly said, I'm not sure we'll see Distillery around for long. They've made it too hard to read it digitally, and I've not heard anyone rave about one of their books or even talk about them. But then saying that, Comixology was like that at the start. So you don't know. Chip Mosho obviously started Comixology. He's the head honcho for Distillery. So you never know, but hey ho. Who knows? On the fence, Chris has said he's on the fence about the Scotty Young cover. I'm decided if I like the Scotty Young one yet. I'm going to have a look at that.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to these.
I think Joshua Middleton has the cover B, if I remember correctly, for this, which looks absolutely stunning. But yeah, I was kind of like you, Fuzzy. I wasn't too sure about that Scotty Young book.
We've got Under York. Now, this one, Andy, you suggested this a couple of weeks ago, and I kind of read issue number 1, loved it, so I thought I'd give issue number 2 a go. Alison Walker continues the terrifying and turbulent journey in Under York, and the dangers are just beginning. The exciting tale signed by Sylvian Runberg, Watchdogs, Warship, Jolly Roger, and Merca Andolfo, Sweet Paprika, Unnatural continues. There's not really much to say about this one at the moment, but I think this is a slow burner. It's a kind of like a mystic, spellbounding type of story and stuff like that. Andy, did you end up reading it when you
yeah, I think me and Peter read it, and I think we both agreed that we didn't enjoy it. I thought again, this was another missed opportunity. I thought the synopsis was fantastic. That's why I recommended issue number 1. But it felt too sort of teen angst sort of book.
Riverdale, wasn't it? It was
yeah, a little bit.
That's the TV program, isn't it, Riverdale?
Yeah,
that's what I thought. Yeah,
just didn't hit the mark for me, this one.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it, but I just kind of thought I wanted to give number 2 a go. I'll probably switch off from this, to be fair. Then we've got Feral issue number 2. Obviously, this was kind of a no-brainer. I think me and Peter enjoyed it. Andy, not so much. But you did say that about Stray Dogs, and I think you ended up enjoying that. More animal horror from the creators of Stray Dogs. The indoor cats still searching for their home in the rabies-infected woods find others just like them on the run. But can these cats be trusted? Are they good kitties, or are they the bad kind? Don't get bit, don't get scratched, don't become feral. I'm all for this. I'm not even going to lie. I'm all for this. I'm interested in this. Obviously, DVH has said that it's going down the route of Walking Dead and stuff like that. I loved Walking Dead, so I'm going to stick with this. I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, the only thing that turns us off slightly for this is the fact that it's an ongoing. I don't know why, but I had in my head it was only a mini-series, a bit like Stray Dogs. Not that it matters, I suppose, that it's an ongoing. It's just I quite like my neat little stories, do you know what I mean? An opening and an ending. But we'll see.
I think with things like this being a niche, do you know what I mean? I think they are best suited. Like I think Feral was not Feral. Stray Dogs was like 6 or 8 issues, wasn't it? It was literally done. This bit, I can't see how this is going to be continuing. Like I think even though I'm looking forward to reading this, I think people are going to get bored of it after it goes to like 8, 9, 10, 11 issues. Do you know what I mean? It's like, what else can you do other than there's only so far you can go with like Walking Dead zombies and cats unless they're going to take over and start running. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Andy, you looking forward to this?
I wouldn't say I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing if it's an improvement to issue number 1. Hopefully it'll be enough to get me back into it and reading issue 3 and onwards. But I'll probably read it anyway just to see what the fuss is about.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah. So that's that one. Oh no, then we've got Man's Bet issue number 2. I love this name. Porn Sack Pichette Shotty. What a name. That's actually his name. What an awesome name. I think it's Peter in disguise, but we never know.
My stage name, yeah.
As the Musketeers explore their newly discovered section of the biome populated by giant robots, it's become clear that there is more to this civilization of machines than solely logic and steel. Amidst a sprawling technopolis, when one of the 3 animals disobeys orders, they find themselves captured and helpless, leaving the remaining 2 on search and rescue duty. Little do they know they're about to discover yet another world, one of that reveals even more about their journey ahead. Andy, I've got to thank you for picking this one, I think about 2 or 3 weeks ago, because I thoroughly enjoyed it. Again, it's another animal escapade kind of story. I thought it was fun, and I'm looking forward to reading number 2. Boom Studios, this might be the one that kind of puts them back on the map.
I haven't read it.
You haven't read it? Jesus.
No, neither have I. I've not seen this one yet.
Has anyone in the chat read it? I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it. I thought it was good, but okay, not sure what else to say on this one. Pornsack, awesome name, mate. There we go. Right, what else have we got? Oh, there we go. Moving on. Oh, here we go. Love a bit of Blood Moon comics.
Oh, good old Blood Moon's back. Good.
Humbubba 3 was out this week, but I purposely didn't put it in. I was like, no, I'm all humbubbered out, unfortunately. There we go. Look, Fuzzy's got this. Haven't read it. Dead Man enjoyed Man's Best issue #1. You two, get on it. Come on. Let's have a look.
I'll read it after this.
Yeah.
The Dirty Witch. The Dirt Witch. Oversized issue. Ooh. Randall made a terrible mistake. He knew not to play the record backwards, but victims of bullies often make desperate decisions. Now she is here and she must be fed. A terrifying new creature to the world of horror via a tragic tale about the consequences of actions. I don't know. I don't know. I wish Blood Moon Comics was more readily available because I'd like to read more horror, and it's really weird, but I'd like to read a shit horror comic. Do you know what I mean? Like, when you watch a shit horror film, you're like, fucking hell, that was shit, but I enjoyed it. Like Pete, you do that quite a lot.
Yeah.
I want to read a comic like that. I want to go, this was absolute shit, and I want to read it again. And I think this could be it. Dirt Witch. Why not?
Do you know the beauty of it is, like, I'm even looking at the website, and the website looks like the vibe that the comics give off. It's kind of that sort of
it's been put together.
Netscape Navigator, AOL back in the magazine and CD to get the internet connection to the situation.
Sounds utterly fantastic.
We should contact Lawrence and Keith, who are the CFO and CEO of Blood Moon Comics, and see if they want to come on the show.
Why not? I think they'd,
No, fair enough.
Yeah. Should we read some of the comics first, and then we can?
Well, hopefully,
are you telling me you haven't read Humbubba yet?
I've still not read Humbubba. No. Have you read it, Andy?
I didn't realise we had it.
I think Charlie sent it to
again.
Yeah.
I sent it twice. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Each time I accidentally deleted it.
I think it was Dead Man signed up.
Let's go for a hat trick then. Send it to me.
Yeah, send it again. We'll read it.
I think it was Dead
We'll
Man
review it for next week.
Honestly, I think it was Dead Man that signed up for it, and he signed up for like the VIP thing. So we got like a Humbubba hat, a Humbubba t-shirt, a Humbubba chewing gum. He got everything. But yeah, how many pages?
A Humbubba press-on tattoo.
There we go. Oh, do you remember them? You used to unravel it. Yeah, that was pretty cool. But yeah, Dirt Witch issue #1 from Blood Moon Comics. That's all the indies. That's all you're getting this week. Now we're going over to the trades and the hardcovers. April 24th. Oh, all right.
Can I interject?
Yes.
They have about 52 titles to Blood Moon Comics account on their website. So I think we should go on that. I think we should have a Blood Moon Comics segment every week.
Why not? Yeah. Don't, Peter or Andy. It will only annoy you. There you go. Humbubba.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good review.
I feel I need to read it now. I need to read it now. Yeah.
Go for it. I'll send it to you again. All right. Okay. Just for safekeeping. Killer Trades and Hardcovers, April 24th.
Yes.
Have a bit of rumpus.
Speaking of the best reads of 2024.
Shut up.
This is
really
trade paperback by AWA, written by Mark Russell, art by Ramon Rosanas. And I'm going to give a shout out to the colorist Eve Scorsina and World Design for the lettering in this fantastic book. Guys, no one survives a rumpus room, and that's just how New Age billionaire Bob Schrock likes it. Schrock is one of the most ambiguous social media engaged uber wealthy entrepreneurs who using their power, influence, and privilege to turn the rest of us against each other. But Schrock sometimes presents the hand-on approach. He pits his antagonists against each other in a horrific torture chamber he calls the rumpus room, where your ultimate fate is to be crushed and turned into skin cream. But what happens when a cop with an agenda infiltrates Bob's deadly game room? It's a trade paperback, 112 pages of pure perfection, guys. I would highly recommend absolutely everybody gives this a read because I thoroughly enjoyed it. Peter, what do you think?
Do you know what? I really, really enjoyed this book. I like the kind of the madness of it. Like at one point, he's got a giant penis and balls attached to his wall as a piece of art.
Yeah.
You know, I really did like the story, but I'm angry with it, Andy. It pissed us off. Yeah.
Don't tell me, because I'm gonna read it. I'm just literally looking at the trade paperbacks I've got.
It was so good until the last issue, and then the last issue just felt like a complete just waste of space. Do you know what I mean?
It was one of those. You read it and you went, "Wait, what?" And
Yeah.
you were like, I was waiting. I was like, "Where's the rest of the pages?" And where's the bit about the second arc? No, that was all we were getting, guys.
Yeah,
that was it.
So I do love the story. I love the narrative. I just wish the ending was more better written. That's not good English, is it? That's not good English.
Better, more written.
Yeah.
But if you've read that, I've been banging on about this for ages, right?
Lovesick.
Yeah, this is similar. Like for what Andy's just read out, this is similar. It's just on another level.
Yeah.
It's but Rumpus Room, I've totally missed that. Totally gone past me.
Mate,
it is worth a read. It is worth
I don't know what you're missing. You don't know what you're missing. And this is a perfect opportunity for you to pick it up. 112 pages of pure brilliance.
But yeah, I mean, but honestly, like if you like this on a serious note, if you like this, you'd enjoy Lovesick, because that's kind of like it's.
Does it have a good ending?
Does it have a giant penis and balls attached to the wall?
Plenty.
I mean,
you get your fair share. I'm just trying to think. Was it what was the comic that we read where the family, where they was all the cannibals, and they was eating each other, and it was like a massive society thing. What was it called?
Oh, and she'd gone to marry into it.
Yes.
Eat the Rich.
Eat the Rich.
Yeah,
so Lovesick has similarities between like Eat the Rich and it sounds literally like a XXX rated version of Rumpus Room. So yeah, definitely. There we go. Disappointing ending is my bread and butter. I'm in. It was so rushed.
And as a segue, guys, what is your skincare routine? Yeah.
Lord.
I was going to say margarine.
Charlie?
Mine's is fridge milkshake.
Chocolate or vanilla?
Oh, caramel.
Oh. What about you, Andy? What about you?
All in one.
Well, settle in, guys, and welcome to this other segment of mine. I go for a little bit of L'Oreal, because being a man that's follically challenged, I tend to get a little bit of dry scalp, so a little bit of L'Oreal, heat it up a little bit in your hands, give it a good and then all over, face, under the eyes. Make sure you
make that noise again when you were doing either side. I like that. Nice. What is happening?
This is a great comment. What's your skin routine? Children's tears.
Welcome to Chris's Rumpus Room.
Here we go. So Rumpus Room. Yes, I feel like I fucking need to go into one now. There we go. Oh, the Avengers Inc. TP.
Oh, is this me?
Yes.
Yeah, Avengers Inc. I read the first couple of issues of this, but I haven't finished the series. It was an interesting premise. It's a massive highball conceal. It's a limited series. I think it's only 6 issues or something like that by Al Ewing. It basically tells the story of a whole host of people on the raft getting bumped off, and nobody can explain how they were killed. So the Avengers form this team where they can't wear uniforms, and they've got to kind of go into the raft and explore. Basically, it reintroduces Hank Pym into the MCU after his ridiculous Becoming Ultron series. So yeah, first couple of issues were cool. I'm keen to finish the rest of the series. So yeah, I'll probably pick this up.
I haven't read any of this.
It's not bad. Not bad.
The cover does though remind me of the TV series. So I grew up and I used to watch Avengers with my old man.
Yeah.
And this reminds me of like the John Steed and Joanna. Is it John Steed and Joanna Lumley Avengers?
Yeah, Joanna Lumley was in it. Yeah.
That was wicked. But this cover reminds me of that because that's the way that the entrance started.
Very much the kind of the theme they're going for, which is why they don't have them in costumes and things like that.
Okay, so that's interesting. Andy, is this one you pick up?
No.
Okay. Cool. All right. I've gone for the Schlub.
Schlub. Which is also my skincare routine.
Right, the Schlub, right? I've recently been reading this, right? This is hilarious, right? It's by Ryan Stegman, who's the artist on Vanishing Venom. And it's Mike Spicer, obviously Beta Ray Bill, and John Joe Hill for Harley Quinn and stuff. Failing dentist Roger Dalton blames the world for his problems till his body swapped with the most greatest superhero. Can Roger save Earth and finally prove to his family he's not a loser, or are we all doomed? Featuring cataclysmic clashes, enraged parents, outer space action, missing teeth, tender romance, brutal fisticuffs, tooth extractions, all this and more in one colossal tooth tectish collection. What the fuck is tooth tectish?
Can I just say that Peters went from talking to like a writer and a creator who's been published to talking about skincare routine and the Schlub.
And Schlub. Why not?
You're welcome, Peter. You're welcome.
Thank you. Keeping it real, guys. Keeping it real. Yeah.
Now, Chris has said he's currently nursing the Schlub.
That's because he's watching us sexy beasts on screen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But any of you up for reading this?
I'm not going to lie.
Not.
I'm not going to lie. It sounds fun. I'd read this.
Yeah, of course you would. I can always trust in you to have the same shit tasting comics as me. Thank you very much. Yeah, Ed as well. Of course you did. Read the first copy of this dentist craziness. Enjoyed it. My pick attack. Get in. I knew there's someone out there that was as fucking screw loosed as me. Thank you very much, mate. Really glad. Yes, everyone should grab the Schlub. Why not?
Wow, that was a cackle.
Pete nearly choked on his gallon of Schlub. Is this the new one, Bubba? Bought the first couple, but fell off after that. It was delayed. Never went back. As I recall, Fuzzy was disappointed. There we go. But yeah, why not? Look at that. He looks happy. Fucking little Schlub. Right. Final order cut off. The top three moving swiftly on. Jesus Christ. Right. This is the final order cut off the FOC. Data retailers, especially James from Snow Crusaders, cuts off at 9 o'clock every Sunday. So if you want to get your comics in, make sure you do.
Well, he's actually on stag do this weekend, so it's going to be Monday.
So it's going to be Monday, yes. And if he comes back hungover, it might be Tuesday. So your luck might be in. You know what I mean? There we go. Dead Man. Just before we move on, listening to you three, like the AWA title worth reading is Red Border, a 4-issue mini, should be out in trade by now.
Not heard that one.
Red Border's great.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Cool. Right. Yes. So up first, I had to go for this.
Oh, look at that.
Something Epic issue number 10. This is ironic that it came out today, where it comes out next week, because I don't know if you're a gamer. Andy, I sent this to you. There's a new app that you can download on the iPhone, which will kind of turn your iPhone into a little Game Boy or N64 or Game Boy Advance and stuff. It literally adds the controllers to it. It's like a little retro gaming thing. And I kind of see this and I was like, this is wicked. Something Epic, issue number 10 already. Honestly, this seems to be coming out thick and fast now. Issue 8 seemed like it was only out yesterday, but it's great. Another cover C by Simon Kodranski. Definitely picking this up. Andy, you said you're up to date on it now, didn't you?
I read the first arc, and I think we need to have
100%
a proper sit-down review of the first arc of Something Epic, because it is superb.
100%. But yeah, I love this. Absolutely love this. So Something Epic issue number 10.
Yeah, this was my pick. So this is Death Ratioed, written by Mark Russell, and this cover art is by Raza, I believe. So this caught my eye. Another AWA. This is just a one-shot book, I believe. And the solicitation reads, in this futuristic dark comedy by Eisner and Ringo Award-winning writer Mark Russell, life and death are ruled by social media. One too many dislikes and you're dead. When Arnold awakes from a coma 20 years into the future, he discovers that society is now ruled by social media. Enough likes and upvotes can unlock fame and fortune, but watch your step. Enough thumbs down clicks and the collar around your neck explodes and you're done. Now, confused and running on his last leg, Arnold must navigate a world in which the slightest online misstep can have fatal consequences.
This sounds wicked. Like, as soon as you sent this through, I was like, this looks wicked. Like,
For a one shot, I think
yeah,
it might be worth a read, yeah.
AWA do some pretty good one shots, to be fair. Did they do another one that was kind of based on people looking at their phone and seeing their world through their phone? I feel like there was a comic out like that before.
Yeah, you're right. There was. It was it was very much social media based and stuff like that. I can't remember the name, and that was a long time
like
ago.
Black Mirror. These kind of remind me of like the Netflix show Black Mirror type of thing.
I was just going to say this sounds really cool, but that is the exact premise of an episode of Black Mirror.
Yeah.
They did that exact thing about likes and dislikes and people, because you had it displayed on your head. It came up how many likes you had.
And she'd go and buy a coffee, and then she turned around and said, "Why haven't you gave me a like?" I was yeah. No,
so interesting story.
Yeah,
I'd read it.
Yeah, cool. I just picked this one because I thought this was really cool. This is Action Comics 1065, Ivan Talavera. I kind of like this one. I'm not really a lover of Action Comics, but I kind of got is it weird to say Joshua Middleton vibes on this? Kind of.
This looks more AI. Like I don't know if that's a compliment to Ivan, but
that's the point I was going to raise that as well. Is obviously we've touched on this before, but AI. Do you think this is what it's going to kind of go down now? Right, the artists are just going to kind of put in and then kind of get a template and then draw from the template, because her face especially looks very AI created.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would have sworn this was AI, to be honest with you. But again, that's probably doing Ivan a disservice. He probably has a process steps of him sketching it or drawing it digitally and stuff like that. And this did catch my eye, but again, I was put off of it because it was so like AI.
Yeah.
And it would have been a pure cover buy for me.
I'm loving that jacket. It's very much like the jacket Superman wore in Smallville.
Yes.
Yeah. You had a very similar version of that.
I could see you wearing that, Peter, that jacket.
It wouldn't fit us, mate. I'd try.
I think, Pete, you did wear one in one of your early musical rendezvous. Did you?
A leather jacket. It wasn't a Superman jacket.
There we go. It was New Think. That was the one with the social media thing. It was New Think. And then Deadman. I agree, Chris. The only AWA book I've not liked. Yeah, they don't do many that aren't engaging. To be fair. So that's the Ivan Talavera cover D, and then this one. This one got us talking. Didn't it?
It did. This is Ultimate Comics #1. It's not from DC, it's from Marvel. This is the John Tyler Christopher Negative Space variant. I didn't actually really pick this for the cover, to be honest. I know some people love the Negative Space. I think this looks all right. I know, Charlie, you weren't too keen. I've picked this more for the fact that it's Ultimates #1, and all of the new Ultimates lines seem to be really hitting strong. In particular, Spider-Man. I mean, issue #1 of that went through the roof, So I think this is a recipe for success if you're into your investments. John Tyler Christopher and a new issue #1. I think people will probably jump on this one.
I don't hate it, and it's probably one of my favourite JTCs that he's done. I can't put my finger on it. There's just something about this that I just think, meh. Do you know what I mean? And I think Tom or Andy said it in the chat earlier. With John Tyler Christopher, it's very much like Scotty Young. Are you picking it up because you're kind of on his bandwagon now and you're picking it up to add to your collection and just put it in your box and never look at? Or are you picking this up because you think, I need to have this? Andy, how, because you pick these up, what's your thought process behind it? Is it kind of like...
so it was myself that put that in the chat. I found myself buying these purely for cover, and I get every JTC, especially at this price, because normally his books only go through his website. I think the reason why, like, it's strange that it's that sort of grey off-white colour. And I don't know, I sort of made a joke, is this going to be a new costume that we see in this book? The unfinished Mark 1 type thing, made a joke of it in the chat. But yeah, I just buy these pure for cover buys. And Yeah, I think the fact that we've seen so many of these now,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what's putting us off them. Or putting people off them, I should say. But
Yeah.
I'm all in. Just take my money. GTC.
I bet that's a bugger to get in a 9.8 as well because of the colour of the cover and everything like that.
Yeah.
It'll show every little mark, won't it?
Yeah. No, definitely. So that's that. Yeah, my eyes. There we go. One of the best sections on the show. One of the most comedic valued content on YouTube, he says, for April 17th. Peter, it's all about you this week because you're the only one that picked the 27 covers that you did. So take it away.
This is Giant Size Hulk number
move it to the top for this
1.
one,
It's me. By David Hardin. Yeah, so I don't like, this is not my cup of tea in terms of art style, but what's really pissing us off is the symmetry of it. Why we're missing one head? Do you see above the giant size? There should be another head there, shouldn't there? Do you know what I mean? To keep everything in line kind of thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that once I spotted that, I kind of not spotted it. It just feels like it's an unfinished cover. Like they just thought, oh, I can't be asked to draw another thing, you know?
I feel as if it never goes like that.
Yeah.
No, does it not?
Yeah, but it would do without the giant size logo on it. It would kind of shit.
Yeah. Just not for me. Just cack.
It reminds me of a shit wacky races poster.
Yeah.
I like it. Gives me Simpsons vibes.
Well, maybe no. Just not for me. And like I say, I couldn't not look at that space where they should be.
David Hardin, don't you listen to him, right? You just keep doing what you're doing.
It's no Ethel and Gomez. What was that cover? Was it Ethel and Gomez?
What?
Yeah, Fuzzy's right. It's like there should be a place for a barcode there.
Yeah.
There should be a barcode in that space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Up next.
Yeah. So someone's paid good money for this. So this is one of the ones where you send them off to CGC and they do a few sketches for you and sort of that. And it's got a Humberto Ramos, kind of see his name, sketch at the top right there of the blue Spider Boy face, which I think looks pretty spectacular. It's a pretty good little remark, that. But then good old Mark Bagley has also done a sketch and signed it. And I look at it, and I don't know if you guys know this character, but first off, he's drawn right over the central image on the book, which is criminal. But then the image he's actually drawn is the wrong colour. So this character's not got an orange head, unless someone in the chat tells us otherwise. It's blue. So I don't understand the relevance of the orange. He's then half-arsed the colouring in, so there's gaps all over the place. But then he's not even finished the mouth part. It just stops. It just, do you know what I mean? It's like he's coloured in and thought, oh no, I'll not cover the guy's groin and leg. I'll leave that bit see-through for some reason. I just don't understand it from a professional artist. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And the thing is, right, from a professional artist, like if that was me, I'd pick where it's going to. I wouldn't take up the majority of the actual comic and think I'm going to whack it over that. Like it's inconsiderate, to be fair.
I absolutely agree, Andy. But sorry, sorry, Tom. I absolutely agree. But even if he'd covered the image with a good headshot, I could have thought, all right. If I got that back from CGC, having paid good money, because it's good money for Mark Bagley to sketch on it, I'd be fucking furious.
Yeah.
The colour's wrong. It's not finished. It looks cack. I'm angry for the person that bought this. Do you know what I mean?
But I mean,
particularly because the Ramos one's pretty good. You know.
That's criminal. How that's shocking. Bloody ruined it. He's had a stinker. He's probably like resell this. Perhaps he stopped halfway through because the guy who commissioned it was kicking his ass.
Yeah, maybe, Leon. Yeah,
maybe. I hate trash like that. He's destroyed it. No, it has. It's shocking. Like, and you can't even get a fucking refund, can you? You can't like.
But if you were a comic artist as well, would you not be embarrassed sending that out?
Yeah. Andy, what's your thoughts on this, mate?
I feel the same as the bird on the right hand side of the book.
Oh, dead.
Like I loved Mark Bagley's work,
me too.
and I'm disappointed that this has happened to this book.
Yeah,
but serves him right. Serves him right. Like that's the risk that you take.
Yeah, of course.
I wonder if they got it like signed and sketched at like a CGC like private signing event, or whether it was done at a con and witnessed, and they seen it and they still decided to get it sent away.
Yeah. It's shocking. Anyway. Absolute cack. There we go. And then another Peach Momoko. Sorry.
Yeah, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I'm Peach Momoko is just not my cup of tea. And, as we always say, this is always a personal kind of thing. Art's subjective and all that kind of stuff. Some people love her work. I think she's probably too intelligent for me. I'm sure there's like deep meaning in all of this, and I just don't get it.
I don't think so, mate. I mean, for me, I instantly got someone sat on the printer vibes from this. Someone sat on
I've got you. Yeah, I've got you.
You see what I mean? Like the butt cheeks and stuff. It's just these people, like these artists, like these good artists that have a good history of doing good comic book art. It's just lazy. It's just absolutely lazy. Like this is shit.
I guess I just don't understand what she's trying to say or show here. I mean, that's not Spider.
Reference to the comic. I haven't read.
Well, I guess the head is Spider Boy's head. I don't think that's Spider Boy inside the eyeball.
No,
it's a good. Is it a? I don't know. I don't think it's Spider Boy inside the eyeball. But then I don't get the kind of the fluid, whatever it is, dripping into the head. I just don't get it. I don't get it.
There we go. Fuzzy said, I'm off to look for more Bagley remarks. I'm weirdly intrigued. There we go. Sometimes she puts in absolutely no effort at all. Now Bagley, half drawing an orange Spider-Man on this would be an improvement. There we go. Do like a bit of like the Spider-Boy title though. That's about it. Yeah, there we go. And I like this one, but it's clearly a Marmite piece. The black watercolor background really hurts it. There we go. Yeah, exactly. It's like a medical anatomy poster. There it is. Have you got any more for us, Peter? I think you had one more. Did you have one more? Know. Yes, you did.
Oh.
Yeah. So I love Nightwing. I also love, do you remember for the anniversary issues of Spider-Man and things like that, they did those really interesting covers where they made his body up of different Venom heads or different Spider-Man heads.
Yeah.
And to be fair, they looked spectacular. This just looks a mess to me. I just don't. I get where they're going. I understand what they're trying to do, but I don't know. There's just something about it that makes it look really weird to us. It's just not. It's just not working for us, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I don't.
It's an idea that's been done a few times.
It has, yeah, with various different characters.
This hasn't been executed that well before.
It's diabolically confusing. It's the nose that puts me off. Are you still talking about Andy's Wonder Woman cover, Wayne?
Christ, look at his. I didn't read like the other bits I'm looking at, and I didn't even look at the face. Look at his notes.
But then there's more Nightwings behind. I think this is just far too confusing. So yes, moving swiftly on. We're at the Killer Comic Show sneak peek for next week. These are the 4 comics that we are going to be picking for review next week, and we will decide which to win. Andy?
Yeah, I went for Sam and Twitch Case Files issue number 2. Todd McFarlane and John Goff are on writing duties, and Simone Kodransky is doing the artwork. Issue number 1 of this was absolutely fantastic, and unlike Rat City that we just reviewed, you will really enjoy this because these 2 characters are fantastic and the artwork is superb.
Peter?
Kill Your Darlings number 8. We've got to finish this series, haven't we? This is the last issue. I've been loving it up till now. This is the concluding issue. I hope we get more in this universe. But it's just a stunning read. Really, really fun read. Andy, you're not up to speed with this, are you? So if we read this, are you going to, if this is picked, are you going to go back and catch up?
Yeah, I'll have to. Yeah, 100%.
I've gone.
Please don't pick it.
I've gone for Wonder Woman issue number 8. So hear me out, mate. I've heard like every time we've shown like a Wonder Woman cover or we've mentioned Wonder Woman, people have said that it's good. I think last week we said that Daniel Warren Johnson's Wonder Woman Dead Earth was the best Wonder Woman comic, and this one's kind of come out and stuff. I'm on issue number 3 and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. So I'm gonna put in the hard graft and I'm gonna read it because it has been good so far. So Wonder Woman number 8, and then obviously I picked the Avengers Twilight issue at number 5 because we've been reading it, we've been loving it, we've been enjoying it. So I thought, why wouldn't we just do it? So they're the 4 comics. That's
cool.
all, if that's okay. Then we are on to, here we go, a killer cover scoreboard. So let's just end the vote now. In third place is Peter with 19%. In second place is me with 34%. Thank you very much. And again, running away with it is Andy with 46%.
Who knows this knows? Who knows this knows?
There we go. Everyone knows this knows. But yeah, great. Again, another. That's your second Wonder Woman cover that's won it for you, mate.
Hey,
there we go. He knows a Wonder
Thanks for
Woman.
everybody who voted. I appreciate it.
There we go. Look, we are 4 months in and Andy's already pulling away. What's that now? 6 to 4 now. 6 to 4. I'm not even in it. There we go. I've heard a lot of people saying Wonder Woman is DC's best right about now. It is great. I'm really, really enjoying it. So if you do want us to review that, to the begrudging fact that Andy wants to not read 8 issues, make sure you vote. Make sure you vote.
I'm just wondering if Wonder Woman and then Kill Your Darlings gets picked, that's going to be what, 16 issues?
Yes, it's going to be fun. Yeah, so make sure them two. I think they've just won. I've literally just put other community tab. They've just won. So there we go. There we go. And then obviously up next we've got the bit of housekeeping. So you can find me over on Geeky Guy Comics. I released a new video for my charity shop finds, which was pretty cool. I enjoyed doing that. And I've got to give a shout out to Andy because I was literally just going to be in there browsing, and then Andy was like, "I need videos now," and I was like, "Okay, yep, get it, done all that." But yeah, it was interesting. I've now kind of got the bug to go around like all charity shops and find what we can pick up and stuff like that. I didn't pick up anything because I wasn't really after anything. There was nothing to grab my attention. Although I might go back for the Casper comic. That was pretty cool. But I might look for that. But yeah, have a look at the video if you haven't seen it already. Check it out on YouTube. Follow me over on Instagram. I think I might get back into posting Instagram content. I do enjoy doing it, but yeah, oh well. And then Peter, where we can find you?
Everywhere. Yeah, I'm over on Instagram, YouTube,
everywhere, mate.
And all that kind of stuff. Tomorrow night we've got our live show over on One Good Scare Show on YouTube. So that's 9 o'clock where I'll be doing all the latest horror news. Saturday we've got Saturday Night Live. And I've got loads of different videos out over the next few days.
Are you going to see Abigail this weekend as well?
Yeah, Saturday hopefully.
Cool.
Yeah, looks amazing. Looks amazing.
Andy?
You can find me at Instagram, perpetual.comics, on Twitter, Perpetual Comics. And you can find the Killer Comic Show on Instagram, The Killer Comic Show, and on Twitter, Killer Comic Show. Last week, I said anybody who left a comment on last week's show, I would send out some comics. I've totally forgot to do the wheel. So what I'm going to do...
Do you know the names? Do you know the names?
I know the YouTube names, yeah. Are you able to...
Yeah, let's
facilitate?
Wheel of names. There we go. Right. So, what's the name?
Give me a second. I'll bring up the. Bear with us. Peter, give us a song.
I don't know. I started strong. Wow.
We just wake you up there.
Yeah, I was nodding off with my eyes open. Yeah, sorry.
Right. There we go. Right. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. It's the awkward silence.
So we have Dead Man.
Dead Man. Yep.
We have Claire Prescott.
Oh, I'm liking this.
We have Wayne Deacon.
Deacon.
And then we have Team Ken's MF.
Teams Ken?
Yeah, that'll do.
Teams Ken. Okay, just 4, yeah?
Just 4, yeah.
Okay,
so
right, we're shut.
Only four people left comments. Guys, we're going to run this. I will send out some comics to the winner. Again, I'll run it again. Do leave a like and leave a comment on this show, and we'll run another one, and we'll send out some comics to the winner, guys. Try to get the old algorithm tickled here. So if you want to go ahead, Charlie, and spin.
What we do, I'm going to shuffle it. I'm going to shuffle it 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to spin. There we go.
Spin, spin, spin the wheel of justice. Ooh.
Claire Prescott.
Prescott. There we go. So, Claire, you are a winner. If you want to reach out to myself or Peter or Andy on the Killer Comic Show,
send me a direct message on Instagram with your address, and I will get some comics put in the post for you.
Kevin,
congratulations.
There we go. Yeah, I'm not sure he's basically just post a comment and you get entered into a giveaway.
A comment after the show's ended, so not a comment in this chat. Yeah.
Not her. I know. Yeah, good. But yeah, awesome. Another awesome show. Thanks, guys. Really good. Love that. Shame about the Wonder Woman nose and her veins and everything like that. We got off to a good start, but you know,
the winning nose. I think.
The winning nose.
Won by a nose.
The winning nose. There we
Shocking.
go. But yes, we will be back same time next week as we are every single week. 5 years running now. Oh yeah, pickup. Yeah, look, there we go. Look. Nice one, Pete. Sorry, I'm not. Right, mate. Pickups. There we go. I'll say we'll be back same time as well, but we won't be because we've got pickups. So go and crack onto the pickups. Who's first? Not me.
So, you go first.
Shall I go first?
Yes.
Just show you that this is a bit of a shout out, really, to Dr. Von Hoot, because he told me about this. I think it was in where YouTube, Thought Bubble chat. But I got these. This is a set from Forbidden Planet.
Yes,
you get Red Coat 1, Rook 1, Geiger. You get another one. I don't know where it is. Anyway, you get another book as well. But you also get this signed by Jeff Jones
cool.
Little book plate. So you get the full set of books and the book plate, which is quite cool. I picked up a couple of minor first appearances. Oh, God, itchy nose. First American comic book appearance of She-Ra.
That's an awesome artist on that.
Well, I'm not sure. I've already got a CGC one of this.
I was going to say, yeah.
This one was cheap because it has got a little tear to the top corner. But it's nice just to go on the wall.
Yeah, that's
really like that. Another minor first appearance, good old Mockingbird. So that one for cheap, so pick that one up. And then this is a sexy older book. 2001.
Yes.
First appearance of Machine Man X-51.
Very nice.
See where the tape's been on the 2.
Yeah.
And the tape's the colour bleached up.
Ah, yeah, taken off.
Yeah. I reckon this has got a bit of legs, this book. I reckon Machine Man could be a really interesting character in the MCU if we've not got like an Iron Man character. Do you know what I mean? That could do stuff with him, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think if you see that one, it's worth picking up. Mm-hmm. So there we are. That's my quick pickups.
I'm just looking at the that She-Ra comic. The art on
She-Ra, do. So you have to, yeah.
The art on that is fantastic, man. Yeah. Who is the artist on that? 2014. It's awesome.
Quite a hard one to get, actually. It must have had a low print run. You don't see it come up very often.
Yeah, I know. No, oh, wicked, man. Nice one.
Can't remember what my CGC one is. Can't remember if it's a 9.6.
Nice. Andy, over to you, sir, for the next hour.
Indeed. So we spoke. Myself and Peter done a show on Monday.
Monday. Yeah,
where we spoke about Whatnot and the trials and tribulations of using the app. So I've got some Whatnot pickups.
Can I just say, Andy's now like, do you know who? Not that I've ever been, but do you know if you go to Alcoholics Anonymous, you get a sponsor. Andy's like my Whatnot sponsor now, because even yesterday I was sat having tea and I quickly sneakily jumped onto Whatnot and put a little bid on something, and in seconds I got a message from Andy saying, "I'm watching you, Peter." I was like, for fuck's sake.
With the little emoji eyes. And the best of it is they had paid for something that he didn't know what he paid for. He didn't know what the process was for, and then complained that he ended up with some shit comics for 14 quid. That's how it goes.
Keep doing what you're doing, Andy. You'll get there. You'll get there, mate.
I'm fighting the good fight for you, mate. The good fight. So this was on limited edition comics, I think, and they were doing like a 2-for-1 starting at £1. So I literally picked each of these 2 comics for £1 each. Got the first cover appearance of Bo-Katan in Star Wars. This is issue number 19 of Dr. Aphra. Got Bounty Hunters, issue number 21. I got another copy of Star Wars High Republic Adventures, issue number 1. This is got like 12 or 13 first appearances, so happy to pick that one up. I've already got this one, I think. I have this in trade, and also this is the Turini. The Turini cover. Mm-hmm. But it's Boba Fett himself, so got a little bit of early J. Scott Campbell G.I. Joe action.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, one of his lesser known books. This is from 2001, I think. 2001.
Sorry, Andy. Like Ed said, he like a drug dealer hanging outside the school gates for me. Why are you hanging out in front of school gates, Ed?
Again.
We
told you. Come on.
Whoa.
Picked up Oblivion Song, issue number 25. This is again just.
Have you read that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It is right. So is Oblivion Song being optioned or something like that?
I think
it was optioned before issue number 1 came out. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Because I got a pack off eBay where I got 8 copies of Oblivion Song number 1. I don't know what I'm doing with them, but yeah. So is it a book that's on the rise, or is it a?
No, it's again. It was auctioned before it came out, so it's kind of just stuck in limbo.
Okay.
But in those 8 copies, I know that there was a limited edition copy that had a pink signature at the bottom. So check to see if you've got any limited edition ones.
Okay.
And this was one of the 2-for-1. So this was Free Comic Book Day, Star Wars High Republic Adventures, and this goes back to, I don't know which year this was actually. I think it was like 2019, I think.
Oh, cool.
So that was all from limited edition comics. I must say the packaging for limited edition comics was superb. It had double mailers and stuff like that, so nothing was happening with it. Again, another Whatnot. This was through our good friends Hobgoblin's Hideaway as part of Whatnot Con. My eldest daughter is a huge Lilo and Stitch fan, so I picked up the Whatnot exclusive through those guys. So she said to me, she says, "Dad, do you want to show off in the show tonight?" And I was like, yeah. She says, "Make sure I get it back." And I was like, "Okay." She knows me too well. There was a couple of giveaways that they were doing. So I got this is a giveaway. This is actually Joshua Middleton, Suicide Squad issue number 1. I picked this up for our good friend Comic Deal, aka James. He was bidding on this, and because obviously he likes a comic deal, he's a little bit tight. I had to pick up the bidding, and I picked up Web of Pooh. So this is the Marat Michaels Web of Pooh limited to 100 copies that the Hobgoblin guys were doing. So I think I might have got like the last copy of this. I'm not too sure, but yeah. And I picked up Whatnot exclusive for Beneath the Trees.
Oh, wicked!
Issue, cool. So this is the 5th printing of issue number 1. And this is a homage to Grateful Dead, I think, if I might have made that up. But yeah, I got again. This was through Hobgoblin's Hideaway.
Nice.
Cool. Picked up New Avengers issue number 1, Jock cover.
That's a great cover. That one, man.
This is the hard to get second printing. The blue border. So I was happy enough to pick that up and get that in the collection. I sent our good friend Tom, who hopefully will be rejoining us at some point on the show. I sent him a copy of the JTC Darth Maul cover as a bit of an AOK. and he reciprocated and actually sent me this. So this is a Michael Turner variant for King in Black 2. Remember King in Black back in
I
the
remember
day?
King in Black, yeah.
Yeah. Remember Not Quite Mint?
There we go, look at that.
So the next, this is the last ones, guys, I promise. Our good friend Ed Vick, who hopefully is still in the chat, we've been working on a bit of a trade for what seems to be months and months and months.
Is this outside the front of the school gates?
It is exactly that. Yeah, that's where we swapped books. Okay. So I traded him some early X-Men books, which is obviously good timing with the show coming out that he needed for his collection. And he reciprocated with a book that I've been looking for. So this is Spawn issue number 1, the black and white edition, 7.5 CGC white pages. And I love it. I love it. I love Spawn, and I love this book. And I don't think he cared much for it. I think he's more of an X-Men fan. So thank you, Ed, for doing that deal.
Bravo, Ed.
He did send some extras, which was really nice of him. He sent Avengers Twilight issue number 1.
Oh, cool.
Is that Frank Miller?
That's our good friend Frank Miller cover, which I don't hate. Of course, I don't hate it, Ed. Sorry, it was an okay. I love it. He sent me this Judge Dredd issue number 1.
Nice.
Cool.
Brian Boland cover, fantastic cover. He sent me this Spawn issue number 1.
Nice.
Which was absolutely lovely of him. I really appreciate it. But I think probably more importantly, he sent me this, and he also sent me like a full 2-sided letter, handwritten, to explain everything that he'd put in the package. But he sent me this. So this is a book, like a Kickstarter book.
Yeah.
And it's all cartoon covers, cartoons by Jeff Smith. And it's absolutely beautiful. It's all like sort of gold gilded edge and things like that, and it's like proper hardback leather bound. So I'm looking forward to diving into this and seeing what it's like.
Not seen that one before.
Jeff Smith is the writer and artist for Bone as well, which is wicked.
Bone, that's right.
Awesome. Yeah, that's wicked.
Very cool. Thanks so much to Ed. Really appreciate it, buddy. And I'm looking forward to our next trade. So.
Love that. But great show, guys. Sorry for forgetting the pickups. But awesome show. Very Thanks to everyone that stays until the end. Much appreciated. And as I mentioned, we shall see you same time next Thursday. Show's been going for 5 years, not getting rid of us anytime soon. So have a good weekend. Enjoy what you're reading. Check out Pete tomorrow and Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. Yeah, also an F1 show because he's got a couple of interviews, hasn't he, Peter?
Yeah.
Well then, have a good one. See you later. Have a great weekend.
Bye.
Good night, guys.